Hello and welcome to today's math class. We are still trying to work on our bird for clarity. Okay, so let's try this out if this will give us some high level of clarity. Okay, so we have the question here 3 to the power of x plus 4 plus our 3 to the power of x plus 6 equal to 70, the value of x here. All right, so we take a solution here. All right, so from here, what we're going to do first here is to try to work on this. This is the simplest power, and we have to work on this also. So, like the method that normally use is to bring this quantity from here. So, how do we go about that? This is going to give us here our 3 to the power of x plus our 4, then plus our 3 to the power of our 6 could be written as 4 plus 2. So we're going to have here x plus 4 plus 2, everything equal to 70. Now remember, I've solved a similar challenge of this kind on this channel already, but here is 10. But this question, here we have this to be 70. So how do we now get this? Because this is 70 and not 10, it's going to give a different solving approach or method. And so we now discover that we have this and we have this, they are the same. So we can bring out this quantity from here. In other words, let's factor out this quantity. But before we can factor out this quantity, we just have to rewrite this place here because of the presence of this. Okay, so this is going to give us our 3 to the power of our x plus our 4, right? There plus our 3 to the power of our x plus 4. Here we are applying a law in indices which says that your a to the power of your m, then plus n is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So if we apply that, then we're going to have here times our 3 to the power of 2, everything equal to 70. Okay, so with this, we can now bring out this quantity from here, right? This and this. So if we factor this is going to give us our 3 to the power of our x plus 4 bracket. If we use this to divide this, we are left with just 1. Then we bring our plus sign here. We use this to divide this, we are left with our 3 to the power of 2 plus bracket equal to our 70. Okay, now what is 3 to the power of 2? That is 9. And 9 plus 1 will give us 10. So we're going to end up having our 10 times our 3 to the power of our x plus our 4, everything equal to 17. We divide by 10. So if we divide by 10, this is going to give us divided by 10. We equally divide this side by 10. And so this, we cancel this. 10, we cancel out this. So we are left with our 7. So we have our equation to be, let's see, what is this? So we're going to have our existing equation to be our 3 to the power of x plus our 4 will now be equal to 7. The other time when we were having 10 here, so we now use 10 to divide 10, that will give us 1. Then 1 can be written as 3 to the power of 0, and so we have our answer straightforward. But 7 cannot be expressed in base 3. Here comes a challenge. And there's no way we can simplify or manipulate 7 to have it to be in base 3. And since it is like this, what we do, we can either go ahead to rewrite this or we just log both sides of the equation. But let's go ahead to rewrite this power here, applying the first law of indices I read the other time. So we're going to have 3 to the power of our x, then times our 3 to the power of 4 equal to 7. Okay, so we just have to divide by 3 to the power of 4. We equally divide this side by 3 to the power of 4. So this and this will leave. We now have 3 to the power of x is equal to our 7 all over 3 to the power of 4. Yeah, so what we do here, we just have to log both sides of the equation. That is the only way out here. Okay, now in taking the log of this expression here, I want to take log to base 3. That is the fastest track to get this. if I could as well take it to a base 10, and it will still give us the same answer. But here, let's take it to log base 10, I mean a 3. So this is going to give us the log of our 3 to the power of x base 3 equal to the log of our 7 all over 3 to the power of 4 in bracket base 3. We are going to apply two laws of logarithm here. What are the two laws? We are going to apply the power law and the division law. Let me quickly write them here and erase them. The power law says that when you have log your a to the power of c, said move this to this side to give us here our c times log our a. That's what we call the power law. Then the division law of logarithm says that when you have your log, your, let's say, m all over n, this is equal to log your m, then minus log your n. This is the division law. So I'm going to apply the division law here, right? Good. So let's erase this. And so this is going to give us here the log of our 3. Let's keep this to base 3 equal to, because we want to open up this first. So we have here log our 7 base 3, then minus log our 3 to the power of 4 base 3. So we can now take the power law now. So we're going to move this to this side, move this to this side. Wow. Okay, so let's erase this and continue on this side. Yeah. All right. So from here, we're going to have our x times the log of our 3 base 3, then equal to, here we still have here to remain log of 7 base 3, then minus, we're moving this way to give us our 4 here times the log of 3 base 3 again. Okay, so what we do here now, we apply another law again, which says that the, let me put it here, the log of your, let's take a base a is equal to 1, provided a is not equal to 0 and a is not imaginary number. So 3 is not 0, 3 is not imaginary number. So this law holds. So if it holds, then what happened? Here we're going to have 1, here we're going to have 1. So we're going to end up having x will now be equal to the log of our 7 is 3, then minus our 4. Easy. So we can change this to base 10. Okay, but again, this is your answer. Okay, this answer is also correct, but we want to express it also in base 10. So to express this in base 10, apply the change of log, base law. So this is going to give us the log of our 7 base 10 all over the log of our 3 base 10, then minus our 4. So this is another format for your answer again. So this is also a best way to express your answer here. Okay, now if we decide to do a check if this actually satisfies the original equation, you'll discover that this actually satisfies the original equation. But I've done a check on that, so you can go ahead to do that check, the verification of the root. Okay, so this brings us to the end of today's math class. If you learned something from this video tutorial, give the video a thumbs up. You have a question to this approach, drop it in the comment section. We'll see you in our next class. Thank you for being there all the time. Bye for now.